I forgot to do this, by the way. Let me switch to video sides. There we go.
Dude.
Now I'm Trek Life. Before it was, before I was Kev.
Yeah.
What's up, Kev? What's going on, man?
Man, chilling. How long has it been? This is the longest break that
3 weeks. Right?
Yeah. We've had.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit of time. We we for real took a vacation, man.
How was your vacation, man?
It was nice, man. It was nice. My saying when people have asked how my vacation was is I came back 5 shades darker and 10 pounds heavier.
Oh wow!
All we did was go to the beach and then eat, and then beach, then eat, hang out with family. Like, you know what I mean? Could not ask for a better vacation.
Is it still a big family there? Extended?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
That's dope.
Yep. Are you saying extended family outside of her immediate or?
Yeah.
Oh, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the answer is yes, but the family's not that large to begin with.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
So yeah, I think she's the only one. Well, she's the only one in Cali, and then she has it in California, and then she has an aunt that's in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, man. How was yours, man? How was your time in the Chi?
It was good, man. Chill. Didn't do a whole lot. Did a lot of eating.
As you should.
Yeah. Pretended I was in the hit television show The Bear. You know. had an Italian beef, which never quite sounds all the way appropriate, but you know, when in Rome.
I mean, I don't know. They say we shouldn't say pause anymore, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a pause word. Like,
hey, you could pause. You don't have to say it.
You have to say it. Just pause.
Pause, think about it, and realize, hey, man, it was, you know, it's all right.
It's fine. We know what you're talking
okay.
about. But
everything's cool.
Yeah. We're settled in.
Yeah. It's not as much of an abomination as deep dish pizza.
Well, I'm not getting it. I mean, I got too many messages, too many comments.
Oh, did you?
Pizza.
Good. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I should have to carry the whole, you know, shoulder the burden of reprimanding you every time you spit that nonsense.
Hey, listen, man. All right, whatever. I'm not doing it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not doing it. Look, yo, I imagine it's warm out there, right?
Oh yeah.
Chicago right now.
Yeah, it
crazy.
was nice. It's hotter here.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah, and
even without like any humidity or anything like that.
The first day we got there, it was a little bit humid, but that it was chilling after that. But I don't know. It seems to be changing from week to week. So
for real,
I don't know.
Even out here, we got back home. It was raining.
Oh really?
Yeah, like when we pulled up to the house and started raining, I'm like, what's happening right now?
Well, I'm really close to getting my roof done, which has been needed for a long time. So if we ever run into a severe drought situation, I tell you what, everybody, let me know, and I will schedule my roof work to begin, and I can almost guarantee.
That's when the rain will start
coming. Absolutely.
Hey.
If we're really in bad shape, I'll wash my car as well.
Yo, couple real quick things. First of all, shout out to Icy Ice Remark, Don Famarino out in Hawaii. I actually had a chance to meet up with them my first day, their last day of the event. So they do like a Twitch Hawaii event.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, DJ Technique, all of the homies was out there. We pulled up. I got off the plane, went to say hi to the in-laws. We hop in the whip and head over to Ala Moana Beach and ran into all the homies there. So it was dope.
Oh, that's dope.
And you had mentioned during our pre-show, you know, whether Twitch still has some effect or not. And yeah, it does, because events like that where people are traveling from the Bay Area, from I think as far as London, to meet up in Hawaii and go to these multiple events they scheduled. So there's a lot of value in Twitch, and if you are listening, it's probably a little more difficult to build a base now than it was during the pandemic. I'll say that's likely very true, but it's still a great platform in my opinion, and it's something that if you like to sort of have a creative space, especially a live creative space, Twitch is probably the move.
Dope.
Yeah, it was dope. The other thing is we came back home, man, and LAX was crazy. Did y'all fly out of LAX or
Bro, what's wrong with LAX?
Yo, the horseshoe's got to go.
It's always been
the horseshoe's got to go.
It's always been.
It's always been. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and you never make the cutoff to cut through if you're driving. No.
Nah. Well, if you got to get picked up to get shuttled to whatever place you parked your car, because we park at one of the rental spots, so we got to wait for the shuttle to come around. But if you now Hawaii's out, Hawaiian Airlines is out of the international. It's out the Tom Bradley joint.
Okay.
So in order to get to the shuttle, it's a mash. With all your luggage, it is a mash, yo. Then you get there and it's crowded. So yeah.
Son, have you taken an Uber from LAX?
Never.
Yo, do you know how that works?
How you got to go to a total different lot?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's super dumb.
You got to hop on a shuttle, like the LAX bus, and go?
Yeah, you got to get on a shuttle, and it's like the F train at 5:30 on a Friday. It's nuts. I got everybody's luggage and a car seat. I'm like, no, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Nah, at least they changed it to where the shuttle has its own lane, though.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, was it like that for y'all? Because they changed it recently, where the LAX shuttle has the inside lane, right? And everybody else got to be in the outside madness.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize.
Yeah. So at least you only got to wait like an hour for your bus and then another hour to just get out. We landed, our flight was delayed, but anyway, we landed at 8:15 and we got to our car at about 10:40. Like it was bananas. Then we get on the 105. This is the story I wanted to tell. Then we hop on the 105 and about Wilmington, the freeway gets shut down because they're doing a manhunt on the freeway. So we right in the front, like we see the whole thing happening. And it's like, oh wow, we back in LA. Like, nice. Welcome back. It was wild.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, for real. Like, oh, you thought you was gonna come back to some good vibes?
Mm-mm. This is at 10 at night.
Yeah, it's 10, 11 o'clock at night. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yo, Kev. While I was out, and this is we'll get into this and then we'll get to the other side. Pioneer purchased Serato.
Yep.
Which for me, I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
And on my way back, so in the Snapback chat, they geeking out like something's about to happen because everybody's talking about turntables and the technology and the plate and the touch and feel of the plate and da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, man, just whatever, right? So then the new Pioneer joint drops.
Right.
What are your thoughts, man?
I think it's expensive.
All right, so I thought I was gonna have the profound expensive take, but go ahead.
This house that I'm living in costs less than that turntable.
Right, it's about $1,400.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of excellent features. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you got to watch like one of the videos about. You'll geek out about it. It's dope. It probably weighs about as much as this house too.
Oh, God, for real.
Like that's the thing for me is that I wouldn't even want to take it out of the house.
Well, it almost seems like this can't be for personal use, right? Like this has to be business use where like a club or some type of event company purchases these strictly for that.
And then just lets the DJ just destroy it. No, I don't know. I mean, it's expensive, but it seems like it's probably worth it, to be perfectly honest. Like the feature set is crazy. What it can do, like it has a tone arm, but doesn't seem to need a tone arm because it's got the phase like thing on it, which is crazy. Yeah. So they seems like they're killing phase in a way. You know, it's got, whether you're into turntables, vinyl, it's got MIDI mapping, right? It's DVS. And that was the thing I was wondering about when, you know, because the news about Pioneer acquiring Serato or Alpha Theta acquiring Serato, and then the announcement of the turntables a couple weeks apart, right? So I was wondering if they were going to, you know, like, continue developing Serato, which it seems like they will. Mm-hmm. You know, so all the cats over there I think are probably cool too, you know, because I think most DJs in our universe know the Serato guys like OP and Matt and them, not anybody over at Rekordbox. And if you've ever used Rekordbox, if you start on Rekordbox, it's probably fine. And if that's all you use, because you like DJ in Ibiza or something like that, like whatever, you know, you're probably okay. But if you're trying to go back and forth, it's a complete mess. It's like a pain in the ass. Right. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the library. But this piece of hardware seems to work for both. Supposed to, at least. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, you know,
okay. So this is where I'm at with it, right? So at this point, nothing beats a pair of 12s for me still, right?
Yeah.
But that's old head energy, really. Like I can't give you anything. I don't know nothing that proves that, other than the fact that I like them more. But I'm not mad at the new controllers.
Yeah.
Like with the larger plates, larger platters or whatever, like just a kind of all in one, you know, get in, get out, less cables, less fuss type thing. So this almost feels like a step backwards to me, because I've grown to actually like controllers.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see. Because a lot of times, I think what's also happened, Kev, is people have been like, okay, I don't have to wreck my vinyl. I actually would rather leave my vinyl at home.
Right.
If I'm, you know what I'm saying? And buying a new Serato vinyl, everyone, you know, your Serato vinyl gets old. It's like your sound quality dissipates and phase is taking that out of it. So I think removing the actual physical vinyl, where I know y'all gonna come after me, that it's over. It's gonna be worse than the Nelly comments. I know the feel and all of that, but I actually have grown to really like controllers, so this felt like a step back to me.
You know why I think that is, though? If we really want to dig deep into this a little bit with you, hear me out here. I think your issue with vinyl is that it looks similar to pizza.
If we ever do a Rap Sucks Radio vinyl release, for whatever reason, we need to custom make pizza vinyls.
Oh, we should do
pizza images.
We should do a vinyl release like through Luminary, where you get to keep the vinyl for like 2 years, but then at the end of the 2 years, you have to mail the vinyl back to us.
That would be dope. I'm with it.
Yeah, for no money back. Yeah,
for no money back.
That would be tight.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, look. This, I'm sure this. Oh, first of all, the I watched a couple videos on the new Pioneer joint. There's this cat Mojax from DJ City, who really seems like he knows what he's talking about. I could be wrong, because I certainly don't. But and it might be that he has a British accent. I'm not sure. But if you're going to go watch a video, I'd certainly recommend that being one of them, because he runs through all the features, and he seems to be pretty fair across the board when he's reviewing equipment. So, you know, I found that really interesting. And it seems like since I think the patent ran out on the 1200 or something, that's why all these other companies were making similar turntables where that hadn't been the case for years and years.
Yep.
I don't have anywhere near the level of skill to tell the difference between the Stanton one even the Newmark joint, or, you know, any of these other sort of knockoff brands that came out. And I haven't played enough on any of them to even form an opinion, but I'm like, This one, I'm sure this one will be solid. I have not touched that rain controller that, this one is sort of directly, going after. So yeah, who knows? I think it'll be interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to the one time every 5 years when I go to a club and just hoping that maybe the DJ has one of these things that I can just kind of stare at for a little while. But that's about it for me.
Well, yeah, Cleveland Terry is my go-to for all the Cleveland. If y'all are on YouTube, Cleveland Terry's my go-to. And I'll watch his breakdown when I feel some concern for it. But again, that rain controller, I'm a fan.
The turntable size one?
You got to do a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
You got to do a lot to break me from the rain controller. Because I haven't bought one either. I'm saying I like when I am at an event and I come in the rain controllers, I'm like, yeah, this is it. It's either that or some 12s. I'm good.
And I've explained plenty of times, I think, on this podcast when we talked about DJing, and because we're such experts, that I've evolved into a state where I would prefer for all the equipment I'm using to be small enough and light enough so I can lift it up off of the table when a girl trips over herself, drunk, off her ass, running into the equipment. So, but the thing about this that's nice is that you can have that same experience. You're not going to be able to move the equipment without the help of 3 or 4 friends. But when the girl trips and breaks your tone arm, you have options.
You got options. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Or when the dude is like trying to toast you for some odd reason right over your turntables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is not a sensitive piece of electronic equipment. It's either right over my laptop, like, yo, dude, love this Snoop song. Like, yo, you've heard it 50 times, back up. Or whatever. I appreciate it. Yo, you killing it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't ask me to scratch and keep your drink away from her. Yo, big shout out to Cerritos All-Stars. The Cerritos All-Stars takeover snapback was at Bourbon Street in Fullerton last Saturday. Completely bodied it. I hadn't seen my man Strife. DP Sound is the gang. DP Sound in a long time, of course, Epic. MG Dose, her first time, Epic's wife, MG Dose, her first time ever rocking live. She's been on Twitch. First time ever rocking live. Killed it. DJ Redline murdered it. It was an excellent, excellent, excellent night. And it's always great to chill with Cerritos All-Stars. So thank y'all for the takeover.
Word up.
Yo, Kev, with that being said, man, you ready to jump into the other side? We got some takeover to talk about, actually.
Break's over.
All right, y'all, let's jump into the other side, man. You know what, man? Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kev Sakota.
Scuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, man. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you would like to catch past episodes of our show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. You can also catch us on your television at BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices, and we are right there. Plenty of other dope content. BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. You can also catch BTSN on btsn.tv on your laptop or your desktop as well, your phone, etc. Check us out on social media, Instagram at Rap Sucks Radio. Are we on Threads yet? You got us on Threads, right?
Mm-mm. Is Threads still around?
All right, never mind. Because they thought they had the knockout blow going. Or you can go to RSR Podcast on Facebook. We're right there as well. All right, Kev, let's get into it.
That's right.
Episode title: Payback is a grandmother.
That's in honor of the homie Fizz. It's the first time he actually asked if we were coming off break.
He did.
To discuss.
He's like, yo, are y'all back? Because this is going down. Topic number 1 is titled Aquatic Ass Whooping, which is, man. All right, so the reason is multiple people arrested after a brawl at an Alabama waterfront dock. NPR.org reports this, but it's all over the internet, including several memes and videos, and there'll be plenty of GIFs to come out as well. Trust me, it's going down. Players involved, pontoon buffoons, the people, all caps, of Montgomery, Alabama.
That's right. Yes, indeed.
Yo, this don't require a lot of notes, man. Several people were arrested following a brawl at a waterfront in Monterey, Alabama, which began when a group of boaters docked their pontoon boat in a space reserved for the city's riverboat. Again, to be clear, the group of people that eventually got beat up had parked their boat in a space that's reserved for the city's riverboat. That's what initially happened. Yep. So it wasn't for no reason. I haven't seen any commentary outside of people that agree with my view on this, but I do want to make sure that if you're listening to this show, you understand that, that they caused the issue. The incident, which was caught on video, appears to have started when a dock worker was attempting to untie the improperly parked pontoon boat and was attacked by a group of men allegedly responsible for the boat. Now, listen, not only that, I said this didn't require a lot of commentary, but I need to note this. They were asked several times by this man to move because there was a ferry boat that was attempting to dock at the city's dock. Now, take your mind, whatever place you at, take this to Kentucky, change the races of people, right? Move your boat. Take this to the city. Park your car at a bus stop. That's the city's space to park. So, right? So we see the type of energy we're dealing. Park your car at a bus stop. Have a security guard come out and ask you to move it. Get out. Fight the security guard. See how ignorant you sound? You sound ignorant, right? All right. Let's keep it moving.
Let me tell you something. Let me jump in real quick. Let me tell you something. In front of my house, between my driveway and my neighbor's driveway, there's roughly enough space to park 2 decent-sized SUVs. Parallel park in that space between my driveway and my neighbor's driveway. Mm-hmm. I get pissed when one person parks right in the middle. But you know what I do?
Exactly.
Nothing. I eat it. I eat my frustration like I do most of my frustration every other day of the year. Okay?
Sure.
However, if I needed the space, I might find if I knew whose car it was, I might knock on the door and say, hey, do you mind, moving it? And you know what? My neighbors probably would move it. Or they'd help me figure out how to deal with it, right? This is about 1,000,000 times worse because there was a little piece of garbage pontoon boat and the vessel who actually that spot was specifically reserved for is the Harriet 2 riverboat.
Yeah.
Yes, which offers dinner, dancing, and live entertainment, even on days when there's not a big fight outside.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead.
Aptly named, by the way. Anyway, the altercation was escalated quickly as others joined in. The Montgomery Police Department has detained multiple individuals and issued 4 active warrants with additional potential charges under review. All right, Kev. Set it off.
Oh, man. I mean, if you think about the last, 48 to 72 hours, Elon said his fight with Zuckerberg will be live streamed on X. Who cares?
Okay. Nobody cares.
Nate Diaz and Jake Paul, pretty much a snooze fest, right?
Sure.
And even Jose Ramirez knocks down Tim Anderson, right? Right over second base, right? Which was interesting.
Sure.
But in perspective, it's baseball, so anything besides baseball is interesting, right? So who would have thought that the weekend's main event would take place on the dock next to the Harriet 2 historical riverboat.
Historical riverboat.
Historical.
Yes.
I mean, to me, that's enough, right?
Historical dock at that.
Yeah, well, it is now.
Well, it was before, and it is now. Listen, every time entitlement meets an ass whooping, an angel gets its wings. Every single time.
I'm hoping it's more than one angel.
Okay, multiple angels.
I'm hoping,
a fleet of angels.
I'm hoping that an angel for every stroke that kid took swimming to the dock.
Now that's part one. So let's get into it because I got some. So that dock actually used to be where slaves were ported over in Montgomery, Alabama. So there's that. The other thing is the name of the boat, right? The Harriet II. So the Harriet Tubman boat is where Muggs hopped off and whooped off, right? So you got some historical context here. Let's start with what happened, right? Let's start with what happened because there's a very I've already noted it a little bit, but I just want to run through it really quickly. Again, under any circumstances, if a person parks in a city designated area, right? If you go to Long Beach and you park your little boat where the Princess Cruise Line's boat is, but it's going to be a problem, right? So they was already mega in the wrong. Like the refusal to move was entitlement times 500. I don't know what was going on. Maybe we'll find out later that there was some form of mechanical issue or whatever. But there couldn't have been too much of a mechanical issue for you to get out and jump this dude. You know what I'm saying? Jump the security guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Were they even in the boat when he was trying to move it? Because if one guy can untie a boat and, with, I assume the intent of not just kicking it off into the middle of the water, but probably just trying to get it the hell out of the way.
Well, if you're not in the boat and somebody you got to swim to your boat. So hopefully you're in the boat. But look, let me ask you now, we've got the context, right? We've got, this wasn't started by the people who finished it. Right?
No, it was not.
And we got some epic things going on. We got the bat signal.
Oh, yeah. Shmurda.
We got the bat signal with a hat being thrown in the air. I feel like I learned something new as a black man. Like, I didn't know that was the signal. Is that the signal from here on out? Because I'm with it. I'm with throwing the hat straight up in the sky like, you know what I mean?
You know what's going to happen, though.
I'm with that all day.
I don't want to speak certainly on behalf of any community, let alone the black community. But I'm pretty sure that all that's going to happen from now on is that dudes are going to lose their hat right before they get their ass whipped. And nobody's going to help them, for the most part.
Right before you get getting beat down.
It would have to be a very special circumstance in which that would work quite as effectively as it did on this particular occasion.
I'm thinking of the Bobby Shmurda dance. You throw your hat in the air first. That's the only time I remember anybody throwing their hat up first. But I'm with it. I'm with it. It looks like a baseball thing. Like, dude
rally cap.
Toss the hat in the sky. And I'm like, dang, why you toss his hat up like that? The people of Alabama have signals, and I'm with it. I love every second of it. All right. Now I have a question for you, Kevin.
Okay.
A question that my man Bavu Blake's Austin MC, right? Austin, Texas MC. He asked this question, and I think it's an excellent question. Can you swim for a whole minute, hop up, and still have the energy to scrap?
No. Not just scrap. Suplex a dude.
No! I'm just saying. Bro might be the greatest athlete. I don't care what Michael Phelps do. When he get out of that pool, he's done.
He's winded. At the very least, winded.
He swam across.
Fully clothed.
Took his shoes off like, yo, these is heavy now. And then got to scrapping. I was like, God, dog. Man, look, y'all can say what y'all say. I'm not really a big fan of online fights. Like I don't like seeing that type. But man, I watched this like it was in game. I loved every second of it. I was so hyped.
Listen, when
and
you're
they
going,
did show up like the Avengers. Like they,
yeah, it rolled up. Do you have the link to that video I sent you? I want to make sure we shout out that one dude who did the commentary, because that was the most excellent.
Oh yeah,
piece
Mick
of,
Tyson. Mick Tyson was the best commentary so far.
Yeah, man.
Yo, but how do you? And then my man who started the joint, who rushed. Well, he didn't start it, but he kind of rushed in. Like, fine, it's gonna be a fight. Let it be a fight. And he rushed in and got jumped first. I think dude out on like the red shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Ended it all by jumping in the water to avoid a beat. He just dived in the water. Like, he's like, it looked like his son or nephew or somebody younger than him took the whole beat down, and my man just fled the scene and dived in the water. Like, shorty got knocked into the water or punched and then tossed into the water. And then my man ends it off.
The water.
Got drugged straight into the water. And then my man. And look, bro. You going to jail. Respect. You going to jail.
Yeah. Oh, Black Bobby Knight?
Yeah. My man with the chair. But damn, bro. It wasn't the first. And when I say you going to jail, I'm saying that like that's the conclusion of all this. But fam, you came through with the chair in the clutch. I respect the chair. Now,
it looks like he's been in scraps at church.
You would have been cool. Oh my God, the church chair. Look, because Miss Jackson's greens, y'all want to do this like I don't get no plate, and I done been. Miss Jackson made the greens, right? Miss Bruner made the mac and cheese, and now I got to be. I've been outside parking these cars all day. Now you gonna tell me I can't get no plate? That was the energy he came with.
Give me that chair.
Everybody gets this chair. Yeah, you get a chair.
He hit his buddy accidentally. I feel like he kind of held up at the last second.
He hit his homeboy. He caught his mans with the chair. Look, when we say have several seats, that is the antithesis of have several seats. All right, but Pete, my man, Black Bobby Knight. You would have been fine if you didn't hit Shorty on the ground. Like, you would have been good. You was good till you hit the woman like on a bit. But I know the energy. I get it. That was for all the Carolyn Bryants, all of that. Like, I get it. Like, I know exactly. I wouldn't have done it. All shame. And that don't make me better either. Like, that makes me worse that I wouldn't have done it. But I wouldn't have smashed Shorty on the ground like that. But I'm fine with it. Like, I think, good job. If I had to testify on your behalf, I'm like, he did what he had to do.
Hey, listen, man.
End of story.
Generally speaking, across the board, no notes. But go sideways with the chair. You know what I'm saying? Next time? There's going to be a next time. Go sideways with the chair.
A shoulder hit. A shoulder or back hit. Yeah. She would have understood the
Eliminate the drag coefficient. You know what I'm saying? Go sideways with the chair.
Yo. My man, the police ran in when he swung on the woman on the ground with the chair. Like, okay, that's enough. Like the way. All right, come on.
We're all
like,
on camera here.
We was cool. Yeah, like, come on, we can't let you get away with that one, man. Like, that was a step. That was one extra step. But overall, man, like, if I have to give a grade on it, I would give it all an A++. I enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed the, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the passion, the desire, the willingness, the unification, the team unity, cultural unity. I enjoyed the offline response of how we all got together collectively, Black, white, Asian, Mexican, South American, and we all collectively said, yeah, this was the right thing to do. We none of us backed off of, of that and tried to come up with any other option, the best option at this point. And look, again, in the same way that Black Bobby Knight, wouldn't have had this issue had he not swung on a woman on the ground. Why you have to jump the security guard? When that's all. This is all it comes down to, right?
Right.
Nothing profound, nothing fresh, nothing that needs an Elon Musk level of ruining a platform. Like, I don't need to do any of that. All I need to do is ask you. Okay, you parked your boat in the wrong spot. You goofy. You already goofy. Right. You knew what it was, right? All right. Then you decided to jump the security guard. Now, I don't know you personally, but I'm just assuming that if it had not have been a brother that asked you, or the boat had not have been brothers and sisters, you probably would have complied. That's my assumption. They're going to come out and tell me I'm wrong, but I'm telling you that this was all entitlement. And the entitlement led to angel wings being handed out all around.
Yeah, entitlement.
And I loved it.
Entitlement with a sousson of racism threaded throughout.
Yeah.
To me, jumping in the water. Jumping in the water to escape. It's a little racist. You just saw that guy's fully willing to jump right in after you and take you right to the bottom of the river.
Bro, I wish the ancestors grabbed them. And the cold part is this. You left, I don't know who they were to you, but you left all them women. You mashed out and left all them women to fend for themselves, left the young dude to fend for. And you was the first one to jump in the fray like you was finna go head up with something. No, bro. Head up was over. Head up was over after y'all jumped the security guard.
Yeah.
Once the hat flew, there was no one-on-ones. One-on-ones is over. Bro, they hopped off that boat. It was so special. I look, you can say what you want about me, man, but that was such a special. My heart, like, because I watched this at like midnight. I just happened to scroll across. Like, what is this? And man, I went to sleep with such peace.
Oh man,
it's
great.
Yeah.
When that dude Mike Tyson, when he said, these guys mean business when they walk up and pull their jeans up in sync,
in unison, in sync. Bro, when I saw shirts off pull up, wasn't no talking, and the first swing came mid explanation,
dude.
By the way,
I had to watch that several times just to see. How did he reach both of those guys?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was remarkable.
It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was a post on Twitter, being the historic nature of that dock, where slaves were shuttled into Montgomery, Alabama. I feel like I haven't been saying Montgomery, by the way. Yeah, somebody said 400 years too late. Cute, I get it, but right on time as far as I'm concerned. Like I feel as a people, and I want to say this across the board, and this is not. I've been very careful, by the way, to not be very specific about the purveyors of said acts and racism consistently, because now I feel like it's a national problem, not just particularly a white problem. And I might catch some backlash for that, but that's how I feel. However, I feel like as a nation, this is how it ends. Like, everybody just got to be tired. Like, we tired now. We just start dragging people out of Target and Walmart and just ending it. Like, we done now. You know what I mean? Basically. A couple of us going to get arrested. I'm fine. I'm fine with being one of them. Say something crazy to my daughters or do something stupid and okay, fine. You know what? We used to have these conversations. Now we throwing our hats in the air and dragging y'all out. I'm with
There it is.
Collectively, by the way. Like, nah, we going to do just like y'all did. Because it wasn't no one-on-ones back then, right? It was collective. Y'all lynched collectively. Wasn't no one-on-ones, but nobody's catching no fades back then, right? So now we get to collectively mob in and do. I feel like it's only right that after all these years, everybody hopped off the boat and started whooping ass. Like, we done with this. I'm with it.
When I saw the footage from inside the boat, because mind you, and I would imagine that everyone's experience is similar to mine, where you go now in the rabbit hole of every video you can possibly find, every angle you could possibly find on this, for upwards of 15 hours. And then all of a sudden you see that one shot from inside the riverboat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I think I've completed the Snyder cut at this point. I should probably
like
shut the
game
laptop.
It was hype. It was going to happen. It's almost like you wish that the people in the boat, like the people in the pontoon, could have flashed forward to that moment before they took their actions. Like, yo, just look at the inside of this boat and what's going to happen if you take this action.
And that's
You know
the
what I mean?
thing. Yeah. And to go back to the serious statement that you just made, wouldn't you rather learn these lessons from your textbooks that you wrote than from an ass whooping at the hands of Paul Blart, Doc Cop?
Man.
Isn't it easier to read than to get thrown in the water
It seems so
in front of millions and millions and millions of people?
Wilding. Like, you're asking for the word. And that's the topic I don't even want to. I had, outside of all of this, I decided, when I spoke words this morning, that I would speak more to education and an attack on education and what that means. And if I could take a moment, I just want to note on this show, I've been saying this quite a bit. With all the recent attacks on education, I'm just telling you, we've seen this before. And what I will tell you is, when people start trying to attack your ability to be educated, you are dangerous and have done something extremely dangerous to them. You know what I'm saying? There is no other reason to begin to attack education about you and for you unless you have begun to upset their agenda. I'm not a conspiracy theorist dude. I'm not, with respect, I'm not an Umar Johnson type dude. I'm none of that. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you, once they start going after that, it's a problem. And we've seen it time and time again. And what I am proud of my people for is we haven't fallen for the okie doke. We ain't blamed nobody else. It's been the direction of the blame has gone on the people who are taking the action. So just saying, I know what this is. You know what I mean? And this is only the beginning. If this is what y'all want, then this is the game I think that can be played. If violence is what you want, then violence is what you got. You know what I mean? And I'd venture to say, just to be fair, that you really don't want these type of situations to start to permeate society where it's like, this is what we do now, right? In the same way that I've been suggesting that we turn Karen into Carolyn, with respect to Carolyn Bryant. Not respect, but in disrespect to Carolyn Bryant. Seems more fitting.
Mm-hmm.
How the Carolyns have been caroling. You know what I mean? I think that society can take a certain turn to where this happens more frequently, and I don't think that's what anybody in our society wants right now. Like, I don't think y'all want that. So just chill, settle down, park your pontoon in the proper place. You know what I mean? Right? Matter of fact, I think that's another good thing, like a good term for ass whooping. Get your pontoon parked if you keep messing around. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think,
What's that thing they always said for all those years? Know your place.
Know your place.
That's the riverboat's place. That ain't your place.
That's the riverboat's place. That's belonged to the riverboat. Them folks was having a good time, chilling, and then the good times rolled over you.
Yeah. What do you think would have happened to your pontoon boat if you left it there? Dum-dum.
Stupid. You stupid.
You'd have to take that shuttle over to the Uber parking lot to get your dumb ass home.
Real good. Catch that LAX shuttle around the horseshoe.
I hope old boy has a mini mart. He runs a mini mart, right? Somewhere else in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
I hope when it finally goes out of business, I hope they open a library of African American historical documents in that location.
Oh man, you love to see it, but you hate to see it. I'm like, come on, man. There were several people because it was 3 dudes that jumped the security guard, right? If I remember correctly, 3 dudes, and I think the woman might have got a hit in. I don't know whether she was trying to stop it or not. Let me not accuse her of anything. I'm not sure. But everybody suffered for the actions of a few of y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all had one too many Miller Lights or whatever y'all drinking because I know y'all don't like Bud Light no more. and everybody took a L.
Didn't that same crew though just keep coming? Like they wouldn't just stop? It's not like new people jumped in.
No, they just kept jumping in to get jumped out. It was like, when do you quit? Hop on the boat, undock, get out to the water. Like,
yeah,
go.
Pontoon your ass out of Dodge.
Yeah, man. Stupid. How dumb are you? You know? Yo, let's keep the revenge times rolling, man.
Okay. Right, the revenge episode.
The revenge episode. Well, with the exception of the third topic, if we get to it. But topic 2, man. Big revenge energy. AKA work still sucks. All right. The reason for this, Kev, is a worker deletes thousands of files he created after finding out that the company that fired him for being, quote unquote, incompetent is still using his work. Source for this is yahoo.com. Players involved are an anonymous hero. Arguably the greatest American hero. Replace that. In a Reddit post titled, quotes, I just deleted thousands of hours of work from my old job, unquote. Later shared on a TikTok account called Reddit Replay, a man described what happened when he realized his former employer was still using the work he created, despite telling him that he was not competent enough for the job. The employee worked as a videographer, creating content for social media. Despite putting together up to 50 videos each day, the man claimed to have only been paid just above minimum wage. All right, well, you accepted that, but I ain't going to give you no L's for that. As his 6-month milestone approached, the contractor compiled the results of the video work he had done, including a graph that measured click-through sales that had come as a result of the content he created. He asked for a pay raise to compensate the traffic. I think that's fair. He had delivered in hard work. He had put in relentlessly, and instead he was let go. Let's note this, Kev, real quick. My man put together the numbers to match his work. Right? How many of us have wanted to do this throughout? When I worked at Togo's, making sandwiches, I wanted to be like, you realize that my polite demeanor and overall team leadership is why, we're killing it right now, right? And they was like, nah, because to be fair, the sandwiches is what sold. But this man actually doing something that's worthwhile, put together the numbers and asked for compensation. All right. 3 years after being tossed aside, so this is 3 years later, by a business he had given his all to, the former employee was browsing his personal Google Drive and came across a folder he had created and shared with the company during his tenure, right? He found that 18 staff members were still actively using his templates, adjustments, and presets to produce content for their social media accounts. What? He couldn't believe the company that fired him had the audacity to continue to use the cloud service that he was paying for, $2.99 a month. Get him, bro. So he saved all of his files. I'm saying if he got the bottom one, he might have. Come on, Trek. Don't be like that. So he saved all of his files to a local drive on his computer.
Minimum wage.
Right. Exactly. On his computer. And he deleted the online folder, leaving no video assets behind for his former employer, including projects already in progress. Bro, things they was working on. This is going to be hot. Wait a minute. Where the files go? I'm with it. I'm a fan of this one, too. I love it. I wish you didn't broadcast it. Revenge is not a dish best served on Reddit. Let's just put it that way. I wish you didn't publicize his work. I do have notes on this. What you do after you figure it out, let yourself get upset. That's okay. That's fair. I understand it. You're entitled to that. They treated you poorly. Sure. You presented key performance indicators. You presented your case in a gentlemanly fashion, and you were rebuffed. And you weren't just told we can't afford to pay you more. And if that's why you choose to leave the company,
we understand. They said that he sucked, and that's why they couldn't afford to pay him more. When clearly he definitely didn't suck, right?
Nope.
So if he's that good, what he should have done is find porn clips, find videos of the fight at the Montgomery, Alabama dock. It's similar in length.
Find those in the future, but yes.
Yeah. Create alternate templates, match the names to the ones on the drive, and then late at night, replace everything. That's how you do that.
True. Very true.
I'm sure if I presented this case to him, being the pragmatic, data-driven person he is, he would say, you know what, Kev? Had I the opportunity to do it again, that's definitely what I would have done. And I said,
sure.
There you go.
Seems a little more time consuming, though.
Hey,
just a little bit.
He's got no job.
He's got no job. 3 years later, you better be working, man. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. As a person who manages a team at my job, I would hate it if someone did this to me. I would be like, oh my God, yo. Oh, hell nah. But I don't do anything that requires such detail as video content. So
but
I'll be like, all right, well.
More importantly,
ChatGPT.
More importantly, is your company storing mission critical files on a shared Google Drive that someone else owns?
In
not
a
owns,
world
but pays
of
for?
Not smart. I mean, good grief. One foolish decision stands alone. That was horrible. I was like on a local drive, a shared Google Drive. Family, y'all and still working through it, bro.
Yeah, he just wanted a stapler and a piece of cake. That's all he wanted.
He was making minimum wage, Kev. A little more would have been fine. Like just bump it up, like just a tad bit. He would have been good. Now y'all got to do all your projects. I'm sure they'll be fine, but I'm glad for them. I'm glad for the dude. Like get him. You know
it's a heartwarming story.
Yeah. Get your pontoon parked. You know what I mean? Mess around and get your pontoon parked. All right, man. We close to out of time. As my man Bavu Blake's asked, and I think you should all ask yourself, can you swim hard for a full minute, pull yourself out the water, and still have the energy to scrap? And as Kev added, let alone suplex somebody.
Yeah. Hard.
If I swam for 4 seconds, fight's over. I don't want to fight by the time I get there. We shall overcome as soon as I hit the dock. I'm not even thinking about it. It's not even a thought.
my man said that he was punching the water to get to the fight.
I was about to say he swam hard.
And I don't know if you speak Plies, but you need to watch Plies' reaction to the whole thing.
First of all,
it translates all language barriers in terms of enjoyment, but trust me.
Run it back. I don't know if you speak Plies. It's the most hilarious thing anybody. I don't know if you speak Plies. It's crazy. All right, look, we got to get out of here. Oh, man. Big shout out to Kev, man. Kev is a fool, yo. Yo, we out of here like last year, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, if you'd like to catch past episodes of our show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. Catch us online, social media, at rapsucksradio on Instagram. I think we'll be on Threads at some point. I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay.
Both of them is trying to kill social media, in my opinion. I think that's my conspiracy belief, that they are trying to dumb down social media because it was whooping their ass. That's why they went after it.
We'll get on Threads if Zuckerberg wins the fight. How about that?
All right, cool. Well, that'll be. I'm with that. I'm actually with that. And last but not least, RSR podcast on Facebook. We out of here like last year, man. On count of three, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
See, hablo Plies.
Pontoon parked, fam. Wait, what did you say about Plies?
Hablo plies.
Yo, man, peace. We out.